you did previously.
Yeah, when you already had to borrow a cherry picker one time in the race weekend, you don't want to do it twice.
Yep. Once again, no time shootout. I believe you said lanes 11 and 12, sir?
Yes, sir, lanes 11 and 12.
It is time for no time. So we make the move all the rear-wheel drive stuff that we've already seen. And now we're going to bring up a couple of Hondas, one of them a little higher scale than the other, considering the Acura was kind of the upscale. It was kind of it was its Mercury to the Ford. It was the Pontiac to the Chevy.
Did you know this? You can't buy an Acura in Japan.
No, I did not know.
Honda. There's no such thing. It is like your Lincoln over here, like to Ford. Like you can't even get it over there. They don't like that. Honda's the top line. That's what it is. No Integra, no Acura. It's all Honda cars.
So I feel like I should answer in kind. Did you know that if you tried to buy a Mustang 13, it's not able to be called up? The game was already trailed by the trade.
Brakes there just at the 8th mile. See that? With a real straight cruise.
Not bad for no 941, 154. Pablo has not made a full roll past the 8th mile. Already has a 915. We've already seen make multiple passes. That really awesome sounding pro-charged fed 99 model Mustang, the Brightmare car. Runner-up in stick shift in the pro class at bragging rights, streetcar bragging rights this year. You and I have already talked about the fact that he's made deep runs at Mod National. Stick shift and movement is awesome. Looking for traction that has not found in the Mod 1 yet. That's 3 tries and 3 no goods. He's going to leg it out the top end, though, to go 988 and 159. Again, that car should easily run in the 8s, but he just can't get the front half down. Once not good. Yeah, we'll see trainer up there. Down here, and yeah, we'll see him in just a few short weeks up the road a little bit. Cool thing is, again, you get to see a lot of these hot rods because the Mod Nationals, for the first time ever, is opening it up to allow for push rod applications and so forth, because partially, again, the clientele opens up a little bit. It gets more Blue Oval fans in there. With the NMRA going away, obviously, it makes sense. I mean, to be able to invite some more people into play, and it does kind of give the modular, setup to be able to say, hey, we still reign supreme. We opened up the competition. We still stand on top.
We still win. Yes, sir.
Lando Ortega, you talked about this man earlier. I mean, he has done a lot for the industry.
Pushes keys on a lot of those fast forward race engine cars, and he's got FFRE under the hood, I'm pretty sure. Helping out my buddy from Tulsa, Gibson Breder, pushing buttons on that car and helping out when he can. That's a nice side. Oh, rowdy long car. My flame all the way through, running through the gears, and Ernesto going to stop the pump. Well, just drove around, and left side goes 910. Ernesto rolls to 1129, already in the sheet at number 22, and left lane moving up considerably. Lando moving up to number 10 with that 910. So not a bad pass for him, the one he's been looking for. This lap going 48 yards to the left, the opportunity to play. With 39 on the sheet. We've already added a couple that have not made a lap yet, so I feel like it's going to be very similar to all-wheel drive DCT, where we're going to see some cars add their names in here. And Jose Fernandez, right side, number 9 qualifier, 896 with a 3 left side. Daryl Zucchelli, 949 is his time currently, and that's good for number 20 on the sheet. So 949 for the number 20 spot left side, 896, about a half a second quicker, and 11 qualifying spots, man. That makes it pretty decent. On the left-hand side has power left in, and we'll get a see an exercise down. And Daryl Zucchelli not getting the run he was looking for. And what happens there is, if one three bulbs are lit, you've got 7 seconds to light your bottom bulb. And, well, Osage is not able to answer that call in time.
Now the only thing is that I wonder if they're just kind of, if they're waiting for that car to clear before they technically send it, because otherwise that could result in a crash situation when you have somebody rocketing down there and the other car is so far in front. Somewhat close to Snarrock. As a matter of fact, I forget the gentleman's name. I'd have to look it up. But he had a car that looked very similar to Snarrock 1.0 on Hot Rod Drag Week this year. And I think by the second day, he had probably, is that Snarrock? You know, so he actually wrote Snarrock with a dash in between the S and the N. So snot, as in no, it's not rocket. Marcus Davis making that move out of Steel, Alabama. Cool drag strip down there. It laid out 786 and 174. The guy in the green got a guy out of the second time, but 1008 matching almost to the 1,000 for Michael. It's a 2019 model Mustang again. That's consistency, but it's going to put him towards the bottom of the second part of the field. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, but he also has an idea of what kind of options you have here. I mean, you may get lucky and end up at the top of the third field because there are some very suitable cars out here. And I'm not saying the 10s and 11s by any means are slow, but you don't want to be in an 877 class, obviously. No, sir. Richard Guido checking in. He's watching the live stream. Jimmy Chuck Norris, yep.
John Burke there, Railroad left side, Daryl deeper sad, right side, sounded out like worth 4 to the 89 Super over there, number 38 on the sheet, 1444. Gonna want to dig a little deeper than that. And Kelvin left side 1018, good for number 30. And he's on. Just showing you how good looking those cars out. Nice little brake lap.
What's up, guys?
1042. About 2/10 off of when he ran earlier, and Daryl continues to have problems with the Toyota. I'm not sure if just he can't get the clutch to grab or it's just not doing it the way he wants it to. Can't get the release right. I'm not sure what's going on, but he's had to walk it off the starting line every time so far, and that has really hurt the car's performance potential.
And no time, lanes 11 and 12, and I'm going to channel my inner World Cup. Extreme 28, first Tres Quattros, If you are not in 13 and 14, you are hustling backwards. Make your way down there to lane 13 and 14. And our no time guys, again, 11 and 12. And our X58 guys and gals, you are on standby.
I just got Jared and Dana. Like, no, decorating cheese is not done.
So it's like, how do I say no?
The team on board. Buffett picks up a couple 10, 10, 13, 145. And I'll rotate. ET doesn't look that far off as the one. No, speed is a little that You and I have seen this car a couple of times, and then Anthony Anderson. Ohio, 95 to 40. I throw wheels with a parachute on it, and it's literally a it's the black one that is running in the three-car shootout that we have seen earlier in this location.
Gotta wonder if being from Mount Vernon, Ohio, is he friends with John Rogers? Does he talk to IBS? Because if he don't, he should. Waiting on the 240 to bump in that last button. Boom, about 7 seconds, gets in, bang, there's the light. Little melodramatic from both right side cell of chip for about 7 seconds.
That is a bummer too, because the Mustang has spun the tires on 2 shots. That time it looked like they softened it up and tried to get it to take the hit, and instead just brought the motor straight down. So you tell me that, and you announced enough of this stuff. What do you really think now is 3 shots have gone by? He has an 807 in his pocket, but again, he also has a spin and then a dead bomb. So how do you find the middle?
Well, he's at number 8, and I say you come out here, you try to get that thing in the lanes as soon as possible in the morning, and try to rotate the earth. Forget about tomorrow night, lick your wounds, and wake up Sunday morning and get into the road. What my plan would be.
Okay. Again, this is why I like your on this stuff, because
trying to get down to the edge of the truck.
Absolutely eye-popping. So, depending on the number of runs, the number of flow wires, and how many rounds are plastic, you can possibly look at 3 sets of tires. That's just insane. That's never qualified. Right. That's never elimination. Guaranteed.
Nigga, go fix it. Number 38 is where it sits on the sheet, left 49. I know that car is a bottom 8 second contender. That's not. Breaking tires on the head. That's not the first Yeah, we need a TV up here, so I know need for love you guys. Mean it. Here it comes right here. All right, watch the left side of your screen. Gibson, come off the start line. Oh, there we go. Okay, so they fast forwarded it a little bit to make sure we got it. And here he comes. He's going to crawl off the start line after he spins the tire. What we're looking for is to see if we can We're at the top end.
center. Here he is. Oh! Oh! That is tempting on that line, folks. And the chute didn't collect either cone. Wow. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you dialing that up with a quickness. Thank you. So, along with that, you didn't go to center line, didn't collect your cones, we roll on. Nelson, Pacheco, and Ryan Tremack. Come on. How interesting is that one? Out of all the cars you can be paired up with?
All right, so 43 cars right now on the sheet. Now, there are a few of them that obviously did not make really good runs. I think it can eliminate probably 3 or well, based on what we know. Obviously, Gibson is not an 1140 car. 165 miles an hour to get you in the main second race. Right now, your top 16 is anchored with a mid-8-second time, so the long does the forceful thing, and she finishes around. So, Dick Shift Shootout, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially complete here for today. Again, we are not done. We are just complete for today. Make sure that we're 3 rounds of qualifying. Correct. Yeah, that's the only issue.
Looks like they're cleaning up the track. That last Civic may have
all the way. We still have 2 more classes.
left parts on the
3
track.
more classes to go. Extreme 28s, that is the quickest class on the property. Brett Lasala, Mac Brosnan. Who else is in that class? All players. No, that guy, those guys, those guys, no. Yeah, I'm just thinking, if I was smart, I'd actually, here we go. 30 tacos, better than that. 20 grand junior, and the PC super, yeah, so don't go anywhere, folks. It's going to happen that way, just a little bit. We're going to be ready for an all-in second looking for here. Extreme 28 versus Frank Porta, and we sold more 10 cars for that. That's only a few of them that showed up. Now, 10 cars that we sold, 9. We got 6 on the list. No time to keep your lanes down there, 11 and 12. X58 shootout. Should be moving like 30 and 40. And again, our final 3 classes. So, Extreme 28 versus Trey Porter along with our precision turbo and engine and railroad performance. Both of those companies are on site here. The class of the ball is no time shootout. Well, wheels and hard on truck obviously well wheels. We talked about it. They are
What's going on, guys?
they got a nice display. Very group back down there. And I think they got those dudes in nice t-shirts here. You don't want to buy
Got a couple supers lined up.
so they're there and get you one of those t-shirts at least.
So I'm trying to get a top end view on those guys.
All that foot traffic. We try to sell sponsorship for racers. You gotta say, well, there's going to be 18,000 people there this weekend. We'd love to put your company in front of that. That's how we sell sponsorship. And how does it keep coming back? It's foot traffic. Go down there and say, hey, guys, thanks for sponsoring our event. Thanks for the t-shirt. Thanks for what set of wheels do I need? What spec? I got an SU6 goes to my thing, and I want to give me some 12 on there. What do I need to do as far as things? They know those things from me. Let's go down there and see them. All those great companies. The fuel tank down there, if you're looking to change over your engine management, we got a fuel tank, power tank down there. Scooters, if you're looking to work with your factory computer and interface with that. They got a scooter guys down there. They got brand new Mox Turbo down there. Newly acquired from Uncle Swole. Uncle Swole? Well, he's got somebody. That's true. The only reason why I have like an easy hookup with I think of the dog from the up. Yeah. So a little bit of the research I've done that there. We got 3 classes to rock and roll here. Again, the one that we just saw in section is the top 3 qualifiers. We walked all of it. Right at the beginning, we were all tagged up with enthusiastic. And I have a feeling that is going to play into our final 3 classes as well, especially Extreme 48. Because obviously those can move around. We might see LaSalle dip in the 16 range, back about the Dow Sunrock at 3.0 up just a little bit more. What did I say?
Wow, this is an extensive cleanup.
Okay, thank goodness he had peace of mind to tell me, that you funded his goal. Yeah, kind of like wrapped up and moving forward, I guess. Silence is gold, duct tape is silver, the mute button is red. And I'm in your backseat, kneeled down. Oh, never mind. That Extreme 48's class getting ready to come up, and they could. I hope they do. Come out and put a show on for all you great folks out there in the grandstands.
Will we see Brett Lasala rotate the earth? Maybe. Will we see Torres Perez Jr. come out here and go ahead in that Supra? Definitely. You know, will we see a few new players? Maybe. But this is one of the favorite classes to watch in the fast classes here on the property. And they'll be followed by no time in lanes 11 and 12. XPK shootout, lanes 13 and 14. Keep in mind the other thing, I'm actually going to take a look. I do want to make you a bit that Mac Rosin might be staged up alongside. Oh, hang on. Mac Rosin staged up alongside Dirty Taco in the first pair out. Might be some money on that one. Yeah, I don't know if that guy doesn't go down track without money on the side. Yeah, I would agree with you. And Victor is generally the same way. Boy, you start talking about money and having fun. Troy Perez, James Tall, there's a group of guys down there that are like, yes, we want that action. And that's what we hope to work in tomorrow night. Maybe we have a shootout, maybe we don't. Maybe we throw shade and leave it at that. But love that side action. I hope you guys scalp out there in the grandstand. One of your best pennies, quarters, nickels, dimes, whatever you got going out there. Pick a favorite and ride. Every round, every trip, that's the way you start having fun. And yeah, pick the favorite. Just so you're aware that I'm going to guess that we are probably going to have cars in the water box within 5 minutes. Because Wade is spraying right now for what is going to be a very radial heavy flat. So it should not be too much longer, hopefully, as long as everything off the starting line that he wants. With these small tires, you got to make sure you lay down everything right out of the gate for a good EC. So hopefully, be ready to go back into action here at FL2 Game 2025. Brought to us by Brian Crowder. Hashtag RunDC. Once again, a big shout out to our friends at Freedom Plus. Thank you so much to all those hardworking individuals for getting us the replay quick, getting us the details of stuff we needed to see. We appreciate their hard work.
I think we're done.
All right, folks, get ready to fire them up. As I believe they are just about ready to park the traction compound sprayer, wheeling it around and finding the parking spot. And I have been told officially this first matchup is going to be a grudge race. There is some money on it between the Dirty Taco and Kimbo. Pick one side, right? We're going to throw a couple of bucks at your neighbor and say, I'll take this side. You want to take that side? Let's make it interesting.
Fire them up, baby. Come on.
All right, attention in the pits. Attention in the pits. Kamara Gibson. Kamara Gibson. I need you to the top floor of the town, please. Kamara Gibson. Please. All right, folks, here we go with our first shot here in Extreme 28 versus Trent Porta. Man, it's going to be a good one between these two. Actually, no, we got a swap up here. I thought we were going to see the Dirty Taco against Kimbo, but no, let's see Justin Victor, Alvarez, and Trent Perez Jr. wheel. Toyota Supra, left-hand side. Again, Jose Jimenez Jr. out of Houston, Texas, and the Dirty Taco Toyota Tacoma. Oh, this is going to be a solid one right here. Jose on the right-hand side out of Houston, Texas, part of that GSC crew. The white rice car that holds the single turbo record for imports in X275 on the 275 tire trim. The 96 Tacoma, known as Dirty Taco, the 2JC under the hood, has gone 780, only 123 so far. He's had the problem getting it off the start line. It has shown some promise, though. Troy Brand Jr. Left-hand side wheeling Victor Alvarez is BC induction performances. A little healthy shot of nitrous there. And the dash is the drop. 650 and 215 miles an hour, number 2 qualifying spot. Right now, both these men just want to get to that finish That might be water, could be fuel. It does not have the consistency of something that you would want to see, like, say, oils or transmission. Brad Cummings is just stuck there in about the 8-mile mark. The 60 foot was not what he wanted, and by the 330, obviously there was no power left. I mean, I was trying to watch both sides. Did you see anything from that car leaning?
It just hauled out to about 80 foot, popped real big, and backfired and kind of laid over. I'm not sure what it was, a little bit of humble smoke, but nothing to fire out is what it looked like. And yeah, not the path we were looking for, unfortunately. And well, it didn't show. Well, it doesn't show it not. And then he walked up and said, "Oh, they can do it down the road and have to take that back off." So tomorrow he's going to have to definitely come out. There's only 6 cars in the class currently, but tomorrow he's going to have to come out and put a pack together that is decent, at least enough to get in the show. And I know the crew can do it. Very talented group of guys. They've got extras, they've got parts, they have skills. They can do it. We just got to put it together and make it happen. And tomorrow they'll be at the same part of the list. We'll come in and start running qualifying. And hopefully in that time between tonight and tomorrow morning, they can phone a friend or do something and find some luck. Because right now they have no luck, not even bad luck. It's just no luck at all. So,
Anthony said, here's the other issue. Right now he's in the number 5 pole, but even if he can't figure out the tune-up before the stage, he does your safety still good. Knowing you're going in against 4 cars that have been in the 6s above you, and you give up lane choice automatically, that's, like I said, those are the things that weigh on your confidence.
like starting to fight off your back. It's hard to win, but you can.
Right, or somebody ties your one arm behind your back and how far you can go before they release it. If they release it too late, fight's already over. No. So good news is that the car roll is not locked up, so that's encouraging. So he's not driveline related necessarily. Could be, maybe not. Because more likely it was, especially if it's like rear-ended transmission and locked, maybe that's the best way to tackle it. So let's hope. My guess is, based on the 60 foot, that it might have initially had traction issues. And the dots were catching it, and that might have been what the real big problem was.
Car broke down.
You know what I'm doing? It's going to make me this back.
Okay. It took the hitting pretty good, but it started going south shortly thereafter. I don't know if they have electronic issues or what they have going on. We can speculate all day, but it looked like it just snuck the fire out. It said, no, Mom, stop, I quit, I'm done. It's cool, I'm out. So we got an absolute beast getting ready to go into the water back here, though. Brett Masala, your number 1 qualifier with that 621 200 and 25 miles an hour.
Now, what's interesting is since we're looking at Ryan Cummings and pushed off the top end, keep in mind that this car went in the 640 for the technical game this year. Like, and that was his new personal best. He looked like, hey, I got something for Brett Masala. We're close. We're in a little bit.
They built that hot side in the pit. So these guys, that proves right there that they don't have to quit. They can make this happen. They just got to make it happen.
Yeah, again, it's got to be rough going in there after 3 shots, knowing that he really doesn't have what he wants. But again, still might have a shot or 2 tomorrow before elimination. Decide to go ahead and ring that 12 o'clock bell. So we're going to have Brett Masala coming up here. He's not rocking. Folks, I would not be surprised if Masala makes an 8-mile-ish hit and calls it good. Because again, he plays chess, not checkers, and knows that he already has the number 1 spot. However, to be fair, before he rolled in here to this round, his next closest competitor has gone 650. Now, he's got a competitor that's gone 640 and 632. So, right on the line that he will necessarily leg it, but, yeah, it's something to think about.
He is super competitive.
What's his reaction time? Yeah, just to make sure, here's the run one more time, especially from a good angle here. Let's see where it makes the move. Whoa, baby. Right at the 330 mark, it wagged the tail and makes dogs jealous. That was insane. One more time, I'll come back and do it in slow-mo. You can see just how much of the right side of the star you're going to see. All right, thanks to the crew, freedom plus all over it. Look, still in the middle, and then no warning, just wags that tail. Look at how close it got. Wow.
And that car generally don't move around. That's why they're running down there and check that out, because generally, I know it don't mean much these days. That car solid as Sears does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, again, I mean, that's one of those things like what we talked about. There have already been several times that we stopped and we just want to take a look at where everything is on making sure if there's anything on the racetrack, like we get a report of something, we immediately check it out, because when it's dark and the track is shiny, you can very easily have fluid down there and you can't tell the difference. So, again, that lane looks okay. We didn't have any issues with it. Obviously, Red went straight down and on his lap. There's two pairs in front, so you gotta wait and see what comes up. Back Robinson also went down that lane, so again, I don't know, we'll wait. I'm looking at the screen because I can't see the burnout bottom.
And look right here, or however you say that, don't want to brutalize it. We'll just say wasabi. In the 97 Toyota Supra with the big Hemi and the Pro Charger, they stopped against Joey Height with Beater Bomb. It's a race that I would pay attention to see. Find out what happens with that here shortly. We're going to drag this lane back in, make sure it doesn't be safe and sorry. We are in the baddest fastest class with no time right here. And X58 should be in the lane at 13th and 14th.
Alright, like I said, for safety's sake, we want to take a look at it, make sure everything is okay.
Joey Heichel, Peter Bomb, Basco, Brad Basco on the back window of that hot rod. A lot of great names and helpers in that model there. And that little LS powered 5-body Mustang knocked over Wasabi. That's where I'm at. Pull your phones out. Get ready to turn that flashlight on. How many of y'all have the Hemi y'all care? Let's see how many lights don't care. Anybody? I don't care. We lucky day. The two people that played along, thank you very much. Party. Yeah, right now our buddy Jake down there interviewing with the winner of the Dirty Taco Man, talking about how I'll tell you what, coming out of 17, you're at the pedal, they're going for
the grand slam home run and knocks clear out of the corner. That's what the rest. That was a great race. That's what Friday on the line right there. You did crazy things, and crazy things worked out. It worked out for him. Right, that's it again. So we're wandering now. We're at no time right now. And that brings up our last class right after this. SCCA shootout. 2013 and 14. So spectators, racers, listen up. This is important. Listen up, please. Due to the Sunday afternoon forecast, we will be changing stuff up for tomorrow, so pay attention, please. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. we'll open the pit gate. Registration and tech inspection will be open from 7 a.m. to noon. So if you are going to race, you must make sure that you are through the inspection before this time. Spectator gates will now open at 8 o'clock. We will change the run order around a little bit, where 10 flat and 850 index will come out first. They will be followed by streetcar shootout. Then, extreme 28s, and no time shootout. I will send this over to you, but you have it. He was trying to take notes like I would normally do. Well, then followed by no time shootout, stick shift shootout, all-wheel drive versus DCT, X front-wheel drive, and X game shootout. So we're shuffling that order around a decent amount. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send this around to the powers of the studio who will also send it out to the network. Printed schedule we shuffle, so that will get posted. Again, it'll go on social media as well. Round 4 qualifying at 8 a.m. We get started early because we know that we have some potential weather coming on Sunday. So this is similar to what Cliff and I dealt with last year, where obviously we don't want to try to take anything away from anyone, but we know that we have a better chance of getting completed if we move the stuff around. And again, that way, when we get ready to run you, you are ready to go, and we can be as efficient as possible. Again, we want to give all these great fans a great show tomorrow. We obviously would love to crown some winners, which did not happen last year in the semifinals. We'd like to be able to get all the way through this time. Now, we'll be moving very deliberately with a purpose tomorrow. So, everybody act accordingly. If you are not in the show tonight, we got one more shot tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Starting at 8 a.m. according to this. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. No, we were going to say, yeah, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is when we'll start sending cars. Supposedly, that's what I told him. And then round 1 of eliminations should go off by 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Now again, if we get lucky and we get managed to get everything through before that, I can see them very easily starting earlier than that. The reason they're saying 4 p.m. is because our first round of qualifying today took 6 hours. That was with about an hour and 40 minutes of oil down / downtime, not prep time, but downtime. So keep in mind, if we get through all of that quicker, don't be surprised if we start eliminations a little bit earlier, because then it gives us more time to get through everything. So again, the text messaging service that we just gone out, if you did not get it, please listen up right now, and I will make sure I turn that text message at you one more time. If you would like to grab the text messages and the alert, 941-732-1870. You want to make sure you text the word START, S-T-A-R-T, to that number. You will get all the updates from the ED. Please play call and we make any shuffles in the schedule. I'm going to get off the mic here for just a minute while they finally spray the racetrack and get ready for no time. And we'll be back here with just a few minutes as I get the word passed around so we can get the printed schedule out. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's somewhere in the 420, 430 range. I know I've seen 430 something from the Preston brothers a couple of times.
Easy used to have up there in what do they call it, Slim Shady?
Yep. Yeah, there were. I mean, you start getting into basically when you look at the stock block, you can have a 10 or something really, really light in order to be able to hold it at this point because it has gotten so quick. Here's the deal. Travis Cannon posted on Joey's Facebook. I've got the record. I think at 524. Well, his wife, Kate Laughter, drives a dragster, a twin turbo LS powered dragster stock block, and everybody laughed him out of the chat
because they're like dragsters don't count. But I gotta have it over. So he was playing the game. He said tin cans, dragster-ish.
Yeah, dragsters normally, especially with something like that, are probably, depending on the length of the dragster and the rear suspension, you can get down to like 1,500, 1,600 pounds. That's a big difference. Matt Moore and Jack Stan, James Stahl, as we got a Florida versus Missouri matchup here. The Moore race chassis recently refit El Toro car. This is the car that they built Motion Raceworks in 8 days. Says wheels. One more time on the replay, watch this right here. It's going to come up and he is going to do a masterful job of pedaling it, not getting the turbo lag to get it to come back down too early. Look at it, pirouette, and come right back up, and he still never takes his foot out of it.
That's a driver right there.
Wow. And there was, as they've been saying, space in between the two. There would be a regular gap, there would be a double gap, and then there would be a U-Haul gap. Stevie Faster's the U-Haul gap is when you technically send the U-Haul trailer in between the two.
Now we'll move on right here, left side of the track. I'm going to put my walk-up for the 2017 Mustang. Says 302 cubic inches under the hood. Could be. And might be. We don't know. And that's what he's telling us tonight. We're telling him they did any different.
Belongs to Hank Williams. This is a nasty hot rod. The 98 S10 pickup truck out of Georgia. If I remember correctly, this is either tuned or engine put together by Harold Engine and Dyno. If I remember correctly.
The little truck they call Jeepers Creepers out of Baxley, Georgia. The 98 S10 right now on the right side. And the little unit on the left side, Mustang versus S10. Looking to get down right here. I can't wait till they post Jack Stan Jimmy's his car.
Hang on. No, we're going to give him a push.
I was ready to see that.
Yeah, I almost thought that based on what it said, I thought it was still running, but unfortunately I think we were hearing the water box. No, he actually said he's going to drive on out. He got it refired. So apparently for some reason it just knocked her down. So he is still standing, so he can technically do this if he wanted to. See if he doesn't.
The time don't start until you break that beam. That is a very common misconception when people start talking about reaction time or thinking that it figures into the run. It does not.
He was just asking, like, hey, if the clock's still running, have I been too far off this where it's actually going to register? Now, as you mentioned, if there's for repeat, because we did talk about it yesterday, some people are going to remember it, but this is the reason we bring it up. We don't want to miss anybody. When you run the AccuTime and the Portage wheel, it automatically times the system out at, I think it's 32 seconds or 31 seconds, something like that. CompuLink won't do that. Like, I've seen some 50 and 60 second time stuff pop up.
Yeah, you gotta physically F8 CompuLink and to force finish the run, I believe is the deal. And you got to do that physically yourself. Now, with CompuLink or with Portage and AccuTime, that is not true. So, you're gonna fire up the next pair. I mean, Brian Ferrero left side in the 93 Mustang, taking on Adam Mendola the right side in the box top Fairmont. Out of Naples, Florida. And the screen says it's got 350 cubic inches of fluid. I don't think they can type in ish next to 350 cubic inches. best at playing that game, and that's kind of how he become one of America's most hated. Because he didn't care. He wouldn't take his foot off. He wouldn't do none of that. Yeah, he was definitely a master at making people guess. It was funny at times, and then I'm sure for his competition, it was very frustrating at times. Never really get a handle on what he was doing, especially considering that Joey just kept a lot of that info guarded. He had the same guys constantly helping him out. The trust level was there. Very close thing. Absolutely. Brandon Ferrero, who came out in the first shot yesterday and was hanging right with. Like I said, see you later. Nice. With the laundry out, and I'll tell you what, man, Adam was on the move. He was good there. He was right in the middle, and then all of a sudden, just like Brett LaSalle's car, it wagged the tail. Now, didn't you mention that Brett LaSalle actually popped the tire we told out? So there was actually nothing on the racetrack. He actually lost the tire, so that would explain why all of a sudden he made the turn. Now, granted, Adam was in a different lane, and again, he's also in the lane that freaking Joey Heigl just went down with no issue. So, I don't know. So, our next pair, coming up here. Right side. And that bad boy little 640 SX 95 mile way around. They call the car white right. Gonna go to South's left side, back it up, get some fresh glue off that track. Way out of the group, they're gonna bring it right back over in and watch what they do here. Strategery right here. They don't teach this stuff in school. Joey Salas, a regular in the no-time setups down here, has done quite well. Top end of the racetrack and just put a couple of car lights on it, but Joey made a good lick right there. Oh, look, here's the replay. Looks like my parachutes come out right here for Larry. And then look at the rear of the car just get loose with the chutes out. Oh no, come over in front of Joey. Oh. Hang on. See if Joey might have missed him. Maybe. No. No. Oh, jeez. And yeah, Larry is into the wall hard. Yeah, no, Joey comes over to the right-hand side to try to get around him, but I cannot see if he, you see the rear of the car slinging around, so that makes me wonder if A, they got on the brakes hard enough to try to miss him where the rear locked up, or he impacted him, and that might have spun the car around. All right, folks, so we do not want to speculate. We're going to go on hold for a minute until we find out that both drivers are okay. As soon as we know that, we'll relay.